Another Sunday Night Live, guys. Well, for the few of us, the few diehards that are here, I'll just let the stream play catch up, and then if everybody can let me know everything's all okay and running all right. I hope everybody's all right. I know we've got a few diehards in the house. Jason popped in, but don't look like he's going to make it. He's with family. We've got Smoke. How you doing, buddy? Mike from Georgia. How are you doing? Hope everything's okay. Mad from Coventry, down in the UK. I hope you're okay. I hope everything's going well down in Coventry. And you keep him busy. Oh, that's it. YouTube must have finally decided to send notifications out, since it sucks at sending them out. Really does suck. Hey up, Jeremy. How you doing, pal? Glad you could make it. Like I said, better. How are you doing? Long time. Glad you could make it. Like I said, like I put on the thumbnail, put a few vids out this week. Now aiming for the, shall we say, 1,000 subs. Once I hit my 1,000 subs, it opens up, unlocks, shall we say, a lot more stuff for you guys. And when I hit 1,000 subs, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you get your notifications on, because we will be doing something for 1,000 subs. Again, I've got the email running across the top of the screen. Any questions or anything? Therapeutic, how are you doing? Nice to see you. I forgot where I was going now. Any questions, sling them in chat. Any work, there's an email running across the top if you want to have a quick look at it. And I won't say so much critique it, but have a look through it, see whether we can give you any pointers where to improve. Maybe I call it a critique, but we're not really going to, shall we say, bust his chops over it, unless it is really that bad regarding somebody else's skin. That's what that's the route that you take, and that's the chance that you take. I know we have got a couple of things in from Mike. He has sent some towel work in, and he also sent some pastel work, oil painting work. I've used the E60 from the Wasp. No, I haven't. Just one. You're on. I'm guessing that's a machine, Petter. E60. Images. So look. No, I have got some pictures up here. I haven't seen this. It hasn't popped up on my to-do, and I'm assuming, let's see whether I can. I guess you mean this one. Shall we say? Oh my God, I've lost it. I have lost it. Share screen. This one. Let me just get it back for you guys. This one. I guess you mean this one. No, I've not seen it. Oh, that's 3 to 5 millimeter. Now that's cheap. I won't mind. I won't mind trying this one. A more versatile multi-stroke machine, should we say. 3 to 5 millimeters is more useful in my opinion than 2.5, 2.7. Shall we say uses that far down. Outside on screen. Oh, show on screen. Bang, that's it. Crap at this. It's a monster for colour lines. Got it 2 weeks ago. Really impressed so far. Is that what you paid? It did have a price of pay. Is that what you paid? I mean, it's saying that it was $780. I mean, it doesn't look like it's $780 worth, but $280 maybe. Working voltage 4.512, brushless motor, which is always a good thing. That's one good thing I do like about my tops. Brushless motor, not having to worry about anything. But no, I haven't seen that. And to be fair, I mean, the other machines I've, let's be right, the other machines that I have lately, the Bronc V12 and the Bronc Tough, I got sent to me. I'll be honest with you, I got sent to me to try them out, make a review on them, see what you think. Just give an honest review. Generally, they won't have multi-stroke machines. I'm not a fan of anyway because I always find that they hit slightly softer with them being swash drive rather than direct drive. But then again, with this 5mm stroke, it may be okay. I would probably, if I get my hands on it just to give it a go, I probably would give it a go. But other than that, minute. Whoa, what we got Mike slamming in here. I want to tackle real people, but I have trouble finding the confidence to do them. Tackle real people, man. Just as long as you explain to them that you're still learning, you can show them you're out there. You got to bite off anything too big. Keep it simple. Keep it real. I've seen you work. I've sent some stuff. I've seen you work on Facebook. Couple of little pointers that needed, like I said to you before, for the fact that stand up your shoulder within 5 days, maximum of 7. If there was somebody stood there when you were in a working environment within 5 to 7, you got it no problem. You'd be smashing away at it. But this is the only problem, guys. It's when you're trying to learn yourself, it's a even longer drawn out process than when you can actually get an apprenticeship, mentorship into a studio. And somebody said the other week, I'm finding it even harder because a lot of us here are on the older end of and shops, studios, and everything might say that, well, and to be fair and to be quite blunt about it, they're going to say, well, they've not got a right lot of time left in them, so me investing a lot of the time in them, I'm going to get a return or a payback. But in realism, you usually invest your time in them, get them to where they want to be. You might have them for 12 months after that, 2 years maximum, where they've really honed the skills. But after that, they're off. Boom, they're off anywhere, doing their own thing. And that's just how the towing game works. It just is. But we've got space. Confidence won't change if you don't try. You're not going to tackle one the first time. So you're right. Confidence does go a long way because you need the confidence to initially start it. But you've got to, at some point, you have got to try. But again, like I said, as long as you keep it real, don't start doing pieces this big, half arms, keep it small, keep it down to 3 inch, 4 inch. Keep it simple. Don't start trying to do portraits or super landscape drawings or anything. Because generally, get into a studio, and we covered this last week. You get into a studio, and um, to start with, you're going to be doing names. You're going to be doing book arts. You're going to be doing little bits of mandala. You're doing little bits of dot work. But stuff like getting used to the bodies. You're going to do a rose, a simple rose, or anything like that. What you call your little everyday banger, bread and butter tattoos. And I don't know if Mad's still in chat or not, if he's still floating about and he'll attest to this. Like me, and I don't know where Mad classes himself, but probably like Mad, we are just an everyday run of the mill tattoo artist. We are no high profile, award winning global pink master type tattoo artist. We just enjoy what we're doing. People are willing to come, they like what we do, and we get to make tattoos. But you also get to make every day. You still get to make. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, excuse me. You get to make a lot of everyday tattoos. Love arts. Like I said, dolphin, butterfly, little stuff like that. But that's the difference between an average week and a good week. An average week, you might get 2, 3, 4 decent tattoos, but a good week, you get 2, 3, 4 decent tattoos, and maybe 4, 5, 6 little banger tattoos, which make it good. You got Mike. Small tattoos are harder for me. I still get the shakes. You're only getting the shakes because they're small. Basically, if you think about it another way, if they're small, your lines are shorter, your lines are smaller, everything is smaller. So you don't have as far to pull a line. If you haven't got as far to pull a line, you haven't got as far to buck up a line, basically. Rather than if you're pulling a long line, it's like, oh, can't make it, stop. You've got to go back in. You've got a chance of missing it, or double bank line, going back and getting smaller, and you're not having to do all this for big tattoos. Whereas with smaller tattoos, you can generally you can just with wrist, pull them with wrist, and just do it like that. So as long as you've got your arms, your elbows planted, you're flying comfy, and you're using the correct needle size. I've just done one I did one Saturday with an Alice in Wonderland. It wasn't very big. There was a lot going on, and it were. I used a 00, which is an 083 round liner, which is tiny, and I used a 10.5 round liner. I used a 12.7 round liner, and that was it. And then I just after that just did 10.7 curve. That's all I used to do with one. Majority of it, a lot of it, 3 round liner. Some areas I just put the 7 in because I wanted it bolder. Well, between the 3 and the 5, they were the main two. But you run the right size needles, you're fine. You're fine. You've got to get over that. You've got to get over it. It is what it is. Small ones, same as doing a big one. You just got to scale it down. Just got to scale it down. But you got bigger tattoos. I can find a place to get rid of my shakes. So the same with smaller tattoos. Let's say you're pulling along a small tattoo, it's a curved line like that, and you've got another line that comes in as an intersection. If you were bothered, I'd just run it into intersection like that, break it up, and then just start again, come from intersection down. And if anything goes wrong, generally it's going to be on intersection here. If anything goes wrong, which is easy, to either put a little bit of a curve on, or you could thicken it up at that point, put a taper in, and it will be in place. So they're the things you've got to work out. I get what you're saying with bigger tattoos, bigger needles, bigger groupings. You're running up 9s, Nine liners, 11 liners. You can run 5 round shaders, 9 round shaders. You can run a 14 round shader. And the thing is with that, you're running big liners or shaders as liners. When you're pulling lines, even if you get a bit of a wobble up like that, it doesn't really show on your line as a lot. Whereas you run a 3 round liner and literally just have a little flick like that, you don't tend to see it. You will with the smaller liners, you just need to work that a little bit lighter, and you'll see it going not down because it doesn't take nowhere near as much pressure. So, I mean, I got total confidence in you. You just need to work on some simple pieces. Get on your fake skin, Mike. Work on stuff that's no bigger than 2, 3 inch, but within that 2 and 3 inch, have 2 or 3 elements. Maybe a rose and a diamond, or a swallow and something else. Do you understand what I mean? I mean, a skull and a rose within that area. Make sure you've got enough space to work it. And just a little bit of practice on a fake skin, you can get 4 to 5 tattooes that size. And just work it and just work with smallest needle. Bradley, how you doing? Is that Bradley? You're on there. Everyone else, long time no see. Just got the notification. Yeah, Bradley. Like I said, for some reason, YouTube don't like us anymore. Don't seem to send out pre-notifications. Probably sends them out if it decides when I go live. Just trying to get back to being live a bit more often, uploading a bit more often. My goal is now I want to get the 1K subs, which then when I get the 1K subs, comes a host of other things. I've got to get some like get 120 hours worth of watching videos, and it unlocks stuff for you guys. When I get to 1K subs, I have got some planned. 1K subs. So I'm quite looking forward to that one. But again, appreciate everybody being here. I know we don't get a great deal of people coming in chat. If you want to chat, subscribe, jump in chat. You don't have to wait. Just subscribe, jump in chat. Look, everybody's fine. They're just asking questions. Everybody's talking. Nobody's backbiting. Give you a hard time. That's what it's there for. Chat. Just say hello. People say hello back. You've got to break the ice somewhere. So it'll be fine. Smoke's practicing his entire kitchen table as an armrest. Yeah. Mike, he likes a curved surface, right? For a flat work, and I can't quite get it all on. I will drop them all down in the chair and drop my armrest down and jack my chair up to a point that my feet are okay and I can put my elbows on my knees and use the extra to get my elbows on my knees at one point like that. My arms are then, so I'm like that sort of up on armrest and onto wherever I'm working with my elbow on my knee like that, which stops your elbow flapping around and you're doing this. If you get your elbow on it, it's a lot firmer, especially going up and down. It's a lot firmer. Hey Jack, how are you doing? I guess you've got a notification as well, finally. It seems a little bit better this week, maybe sent them out. Where's Dave been? Obviously, you know that Dave moved from Ohio down to Texas. Got a place in a shop, so we're having to drum up new clientele, which meant he had to spend a lot of time there, basically working away from his family, going home like a regular job on a night, which then I get it. When you get home on the night, you don't do a great deal and he wants to spend it with his family. He had a guest spot with a friend of his. Is then just before Christmas moved into a house, so he had all the moving to do again, and the house got settled. He's just now moved to another shop because even though the first shop it was in was good, it just wasn't quite enough to generate enough clientele. So he's just moved to another shop, and now he's having to redo all that and rebuild all his clientele. So that's what he's on with me. To be fair, he don't leave him a lot of time. The little bit of time that he's got left, rightly so, he's got a young family. So when he goes home, he wants to spend time with a young family, um, which I appreciate. It's he hasn't forgotten about everybody on YouTube. I talk to him on a fairly regular basis. He hasn't forgotten. It's just that he's struggling for time at the minute. He will be back at some point. He will be back at some point. But Dave's in Texas, both shot, got himself a house, so now he's having to build on it. Just basically, he hasn't forgot about it, but he's just leaving a great deal of time for anything else, which I totally understand. Yeah, Jack, there's been new shot. Smoke. This last time to thumbs up my IG stuff, so I know it's yeah, that's it. When it's on, and everything, you still give likes to you all and everything. So he hasn't forgot. He hasn't forgotten. He does keep saying to me, trying to make time, trying to make time. You know, to get back onto our live so we can do a live together. And that to show you that I haven't forgot. But it's hard. And the other thing as well is, I mean, we've because he's gone from Ohio, he's gone to Texas, and I still can't get my head around this with you guys over there. He's gone from Ohio to Texas, and he's moved another time zone. So he's moving there's another hour's difference between me and Dave. Well, 5 hours difference. I think there's now 6 hours difference. So it makes it even harder. Yeah, you've got to, Bradley. You definitely got to understand it. Family first. Family, yeah, family first, and that means seeing your family, looking after your family, working and providing for your family. Unfortunately, rest of shit comes second. But I can guarantee you, he hasn't forgot about you all, and he will be back at some point. Smoke, I emigrated from UK to Canada. It took a few years to adjust to a different life. I bet it did. I bet it did. I know you said you was a lot younger as well, which I could imagine makes it even harder. I think you said that some Smokes is 15, 16, 14, 15, 16 or something. When you went, I could be wrong there. I was 11. So, yes, so that can uprooted from what you know as a kid, dropped in another country. It's like, it's as if you don't know anybody, you don't know what's going on, you don't know all about the country. Now they're giving you different money to what you used to. So, yeah, it's a proper head spinner. It's a proper head spinner. What we'll do while we'll think, like I said, questions, any questions, title related questions, catch up questions, anything, anything, spam it in chat. There's an email at the top. Anybody wanting to quickly send it work, I will drop that off in about, probably drop that off in about 15 minutes. And that'll be done with. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to screen share some stuff that Mike has sent in. Oh. And we'll take a look. So I've still got on screen. So we'll start with this bottom one. It's just sending in some more past and pit. If no one else sends anything, well, I appreciate that, Mike. I appreciate the thoughts. Don't give us. It's like I said, there's only about 7 people viewing. And it does help having stuff to look at and people being in chat asking questions. So what we'll do is we'll drop this image up. Oh, so this is for you guys that are on there. Um, Michael, hope we're not the only one. I mean, Mike, you hope you're not the only one. Just saying, you're not the only one. What's sending some stuff in? If you are, I appreciate it even more, mate. You're helping me out. Um, that's it. Right, right. And again, going back to Mike's, let's see if I can find it. Uh, also, Mike has been an artist. He does past. We've seen work from him before. He's worked in pastels. He's worked in dates. He's done some pieces where they were in like windows and individual panes and everything. And that's good. I mean, and it's always said, and this is I said earlier on the stream. I want to tackle real people, but I have a trouble finding the confidence to do that. Right. So this is his artwork. He's got no problem with his artwork. You know, you can do artwork, no problem. It can work with pastels, canvas, everything. But it does say that tattooing and is the hardest medium or the hardest thing he's ever used. So what we're reckoning on, I mean, it is a cool piece. It's a cool piece of artwork. And this is what I'm saying. So you've got no problems whatsoever. You got no problems whatsoever. That's out of the window. That's gone. And your confidence level with your artwork must be here. Because you've got no problem doing it. You must be able to just pick up, run with your idea, go, put your pastel, your paper, put your pencil, anything, it's a canvas, bosh, away you do it. And again, it's done. Um, no trepidations. So, see what else you've got. We've got, is it a cockerel? We've got a cock. We've got a cock on the screen, and we've not got thrown off. We've not got thrown off of YouTube. Um, Jack, do you have a lot of experience tattooing immunocompromised people? What do you mean by immunocompromised? Because it's always been, it's all been immunocompromised. I've got a lot of people with illnesses to do with immune systems, illnesses to do with healing, and believe it or not, to do with healing. Diabetics don't heal as well. People with expert don't heal as well. I've also got I've tackled people with autoimmune deficiencies. So it's a big broad spectrum. It's a big broad spectrum of um, immunocompromised people. You see, another thing that makes people immunocompromised, believe it or not, is alcohol. I've been drinking that before. That that compromises the immune system. It compromises the blood to clot. So, in other words, the blood's thinner. Anybody that's taking blood thinners, they're compromised. So, you've got to work this out. You've got to work it out. You've got to work with your client. The amount of times that I've had to stop a client, the client has been physically able to continue, no problem. Um, e.g., they're not squeezing, they're not writhing around, but the bottom, the skin, is not able to take anymore. The bleeding and the recovery pressure. So they could have had alcohol. They do have a problem. You've also got to realise that. So sometimes what you'll find is what you may be able to do on somebody in perfect health, no problem. But it takes 2 or 3 sessions to do on somebody that's compromised, and you've got to allow for that. Um, And generally, what I'll do is you speak to the person before, they will tell you, they'll let you know. Um, and what I generally do, because they usually want to try and get it done if they can in one session. So I'll say to them, look, I'll book you one session. We'll go. If I think it can't go any further, or you can't go any further, or your skin don't want to go any further, I will stop you at that point. We'll, for safety's sake, your sake, your health, and everything, we will book you another appointment, and I'll do it that way. And I'll never, ever, ever push the skin or the person's health anywhere beyond where I think they're comfortable, the skin's comfortable, or I'm comfortable with what's happening with the skin and the person. That's something. Uh, um, yeah, diabetes here earlier. I'll tell you what's good. People with diabetic and stuff like that. Jack, you do because generally they're with healing. They're with healing, and after healing can take a long time. Make sure you use like the second skin Saniderm or whatever it is. That helps them. That helps a lot, especially eczema. They can't get to it. They can't start scratching. It does promote healing because it collects the plasma, and it does promote healing. So they have got an extra fighting chance. Every single tattoo I do, whether it's on the finger, neck, chest, back, leg, this big, or whatever, gets covered in second skin Saniderm. That's it. It helps them heal. Gets covered. It's not about the cost. It's about the healing. People are paying enough for tattoos anyway that if you can't do that, well, you're pricing your tattoos wrong as well. I have found the same. I haven't stop sessions. There's no wrong with that, Jack. That's just you being doing your due diligence. That's you being good. Instead of trying to basically sit your client back down in a chair and say, no, you're not going. I am going to finish you. I want my money out of you. You've paid for the session. You will pay. And some people will, and you're like that, basically grinding away, chewing the skin up to hamburger meat. They're going to feel uncomfortable. They're not going to want to be there. Yeah, you're going to get your money, but that client's not going to come back either. Whereas you go, look, I think we should break this down. Don't want to push it too far. I don't want to damage your skin. Don't want to damage your health. I don't want you to have a feel. I'd rather do it in two sittings, 3 sittings. We're all comfortable about it. Put the Saniderm on. That client then thinks, this person's looking after me. Switched on, looking after me, knows what he wants. They will come back. They will use you. They will use you. And that's what it's all about. It's not about just about sitting them down in that chair, grinding that tattoo out, and taking the money off them. Because, yeah, you can do that. But if they're uncomfortable, they're in so much pain or anything, they're not going to come back. They're not going to like it. They don't come back. And I know it seems mad, and I wish I could get my clients on here to attest to this, that the amount of clients that come to me and actually say, I believe it or not, I am so gentle when I tattoo. It's unbelievable. The big places have been carved up, and that's just how I do it. I just like to be as gentle as I can, get it in, look after them, give them a break every now and then. I also use. I don't mind them using numbing cream. I know a lot of tattoo artists are like, "No, you can get it. You're not using numbing cream." But I'm down for this adage. Work smarter, not harder. So if they want to come in, they've got numbing cream on. I don't find it affects anything on the skin. That's fine. They're a lot calmer. They sit a lot better. They're not moving around as much, which subsequently then means that you can tattoo a lot easier. You're not having to chase them. They're not getting figured. They're not trying to pull away every time you put needling because they're in pain. And then from there on in, as I'm using it, I also, once you've got them, shall we say, opened up and you've been over them and recovered, I do use Bactine. It's an antiseptic spray. You guys in America know it's rock hard. It's like rocking horse crap to get into the UK. I do use Bactine. and it takes the edge off for the client. Client loves it. Client loves it. I think last time I spoke to Dave, we were on about this and about back tea. I think he uses it. I think he would probably say something like $5 or $6 over there where you guys are. But cheapest I can get it is what will they equate to now? About £18, £18.50. So probably around about $21, $22 a bottle for me is that. But it's good, keeps clients calm, keeps them happy. What's this? I did a Mike Parish. I did a tattoo on a person who was on weight, lost drugs nightmare. Not quite sure what you're on about there. But I was on weight loss drugs. Right, I've got you. Did a tattoo on a person who was on weight loss drugs. Nightmare. Right, I tell you what, if I had a client that was coming in, and this works both ways, and I've done it so many times, and the actual clients have thanked me for it. That look, I've had people that come in for weight loss, and they've come in for a tattoo, decent size, maybe let's say it's underarm, and they've got, I'm in the middle of a weight loss program. I'm hoping to lose 1, 2, 3 stone. I'm like, lose your weight, come back and get tattooed because I'm going to put a tattoo on you, this big, right? It's like that, and you lose weight, then you lose weight all over, and your arms go down. It's going to shrivel up. Skin's going to shrivel up. And have you ever seen a balloon when you blow it up and it's been blown up for ages, and then you let it down, it goes all shriveled up? You're not going to see your tattoo. It's it's going to be wrecked straight away. The tattoo's going to be wrecked straight away. Same with people putting weight on. I says, put your weight on, do your bodybuilding, put your weight on, and then we'll do it. Because again, my nephew, classic example, he got tattooed and he had a playing card on his arm. And honestly, he had about 8 or 9 stone wet through. And then he bulked up and probably went to about 14, 15 stone. Big lad, on weight, and everything, to the point his playing card is square now. It's gone out of shape. So that's another thing. That's another thing. Boom. The healing process was not good. Well, like I say, it might not be. It all depends on what's in them drugs. To make them lose weight, you sort of like need to know that. Find out what's in them, because if it's all like thinning bloods or anything like that, yeah, you pretty much screwed. What I've got in here? Well, Jack, it's $15 for vaccine. All right, $15 for vaccine. Like I said, I'm going to pay about $21, $22 for vaccine. So there's not a great difference between us. That makes me feel a little bit better, actually, because I thought we were actually getting bummed over here to be buying. That makes me actually feel a little bit better now, Jack. It's best to wait till they lose the weight they want. But yeah, or there and thereabouts, Jack. If, let's say that they were, I don't know, let's say they were 16 stone and they wanted to lose, they wanted to get down to 13 stone or 14 stone and lose a couple of stone. Once they sort of like lost a stone and a bit, you're okay, because a lot of shrinking's been done. All right, then. Let's see what else, Mike, we've got. Oh, a bit of another one going on. Yeah, it's like I say, Mike. I mean, there's no problem with it. You've got your own style. You've got your own style, which is good. Even when you're tattooing, people come to you because you've got your style. You should never stack yourself up against anybody else, because if you do, you'll drive yourself mad. It's like, oh, I can see him and I want to be like him and I want to be that style. Yeah, you might see his style and it might be black and grey, or it might be colour, it might be colour illustrated, it might be colour realism. You might want to do colour realism, you might want to do illustrated, you might want to do black and grey, but you don't want to be like him. You've got your own art style. You want to be individual. People will look at your art style, they will like what you're doing, like how you're finishing it off. Then they will come to you for it. But if you're starting to compare yourself to other tattoo artists and what they do, um, you're going to drive yourself absolutely insane trying to get there because you're not going to get there. All right. Yeah. So the art basis of it, Mike, you don't need to worry about. Boom. Um, all right, you've got that covered. You really got that covered. It was like the skin opened up for no reason. Right. That might not be anything to do with. It might not be anything to do with the weight loss drugs. It could be. It could be for lost weight. But some people you will come across some people. They're usually a bit older, but you will come across some people that have got what I call tissue thin, paper thin skin. I always, to be fair, I always remember one story. I had an old kid. He come into me, was 77-year-old, and he was so desperate for a tattoo with his kids' names on him, and he'd been to Vegas, and he just wanted it round his wrist like that, and he was so desperate. And I went, "Look, I guarantee you thing. I'm willing to try. I'm willing to give it a go." Paid his deposit. I charged him a minimal deposit. I think it was £20, which is probably what $25. That was it. And I says, "I'll give him his price. He'll come off price." Anyway, the day comes. He come for his tattoo. Did okay. Sat in chair, no problem. Soon as I touched him, got stencil on. As soon as I touched him with me, we're only using because we're only smaller. We're only using a 083 round liner. And as soon as I touched him, both straight under, bled out, or it looked like it would bleed. It were either bruising or bleeding out. And I says to it, within the first 10 seconds, can't help you. I says, but what I'm willing to do is I'm willing to finish. It was Vegas. I was working on the word Vegas. I says, I'm willing to finish the word Vegas off for you. So it took me about, bearing in mind that it was literally about this long, literally about less than an inch long. And these letters were like less than half an inch high. It took me about 45 minutes just to get it in and just gently work it in. So our thing, and I said to him, "Look, go away, let that heal. Come back when it's healed. Let me have a look. If I think it's healed all right, I will do the kids' names." And bless him, he says, "How much do I offer?" I didn't charge him. I just said, "You've paid your deposit." I says, "Call, that's it." I said, I'm not charging you. I couldn't charge you for it. I says, "Deposit will do for what I've covered. I'm not charging you for anything." And unfortunately, I mean, kid never come back, but he was desperate. He was really desperate for a tattoo. And that's all I managed to get out of it. And he had paper thin, tissue thin skin. So, but again, nice style, nice art style. You ain't got anything to worry about on that. So let's jump back off this. So the next part is, did this sleeve a few months ago, not great. Maybe you can give me some pointers so I can go back and maybe fix my mistakes. Right, so let's have a look. One thing I will say, Mike, going on what you said, going on your comments, that you want to tackle skin, you want to tackle humans, but you're lacking the confidence. And I know I put some on one of the other posts, on one of the other videos, and it were on a small thing. It says you'd be shaking your ass off it. What I would say at this point, then, wherever you're standing, I wouldn't have thought a sleeve would have been a great idea at this minute in time for you. Like I said, all apprentices, all tattoo apprentices, or anything will start. And this is what you guys, and a lot of guys think you want to go in and do big pieces. You can't. You can't. You've got to start this big, 2-inch. You'd be putting tattoos on people for 2-inch and 3-inch in diameter. That is the way it works. And this is where it all goes wrong. I could be wrong. It could be a masterpiece when I open this, but that is how it works. Simple. black, black only. You work out from this size upwards. Uh, so right, what I'm going to say to you, Mike, is I can't make this photo. I can't blow it up any further than that. It's blurring out, mate. It is blurring out, so I can't actually get in to see on that one. Right, we can see that's as far as I can get in on this one. I don't know if you guys can see. I can see a little bit better on this this screen. Max has got the next one. Right, right. I can see on my screen on here. I know it's a bit hard, maybe a bit hard for you guys. Um, and Mike, what I'm going to say to you is, after seeing, I'm seeing exactly on this screen what I expected to see from your comments and what you're saying in the comments. Like is working in skin and everything. I'm seeing exactly what I was expecting to see here, and pretty much is that this I can see all over this tattoo, every single area of this tattoo, Mike. I can see hesitance. I can see nerves that you're scared to put the needle in. Um, you're scared to commit to doing this tattoo. Right. Let's see whether we can. It's really hard to see on other one in little areas. Like here, I don't know whether you guys can see. I am so sorry we can't get any further. But like here, over here, through that, we can see these lines. They don't stop. They don't connect properly on here. This line, you see this line comes through, gets to here, and it's 3 times the weight. You're in a lot further and running your hand a lot slower through there. We've got same again. I can see. See if I can pull it up on this one. No, I can't go back. This line here, we've got a start-stop point here that's been missed. It's double banged. It's really heavy over here. This, you see the hesitance. We can see the hesitance in this line. It's like there's a little bit there. You see how stuttery it is. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've said before, I'll say it again. Most photos on a lot of photos, when you see these photos, I'm like, wow, that's an amazing. It's super bright colours and uh, absolutely bang crisp. You see lines that are so crisp that the sliced paper into 99% of them are edited. You go on and you look for flaws. You zoom in and that West Posits skin, you look further out, we'll have edited all over the thing, but then you can see flaws further out. Well, we've got £5,000 worth of lighting and a £6,000 camera to do it with. They're not just taking it off the phone. And then they're running it through editing software. Favourites now is putting colour filters on, they're putting CPL filters on, blacks and whites, then they're going in, they're editing them. It's like you're getting a false look at the thing. But what I'm saying is, way too big for the first, way too big to be starting at, way too big. What I would have said, to be more comfy, as mad as it seems, doing maybe just taking that butterfly and a flower or another thing, but working with that butterfly is maybe a start. Because see if I can pull down this. I'm looking here, bud, and down this side on here, and I'm looking over there. You can see everything. You can't really see it on there, but it's looking a little bit blown out, and then colour saturation through here, because I can actually see on this, Mike, that you've lined it, and then every single one of your little holes on your butterfly you've lined round, but then with the black in between, it's packed to the same darkness, and it stands out. Circles, hardest thing. Every time I say them, hardest thing to do. Really, really hard. Concentric circles like you've got here, one there, one on outside. And as you can see, you've got to be able to see yourself as well looking back on it now. Shakiness on, these lines, um, which is all confidence. It's all confidence is that you're scared to commit, you're scared to pull in. It also looks a little bit like, so we've got it here as well. Can you see that comes round there, bumps in a lot narrower here, and then comes round. Um, to be fair, unless I can get a better close up of it, mate, there's not a right much more. Yeah. I don't know. Have you done the top one here? You done this? Did you do this top one, or have you done the bottom? Right. What, have you done the top one? Because yeah, you just can't make it out. And the other thing, if we just zoom out, other than this butterfly and this butterfly, there's no other real black in it. Whereas this section here, this should have had some black, really jet black off here, really jet black off there. You could have sculpted it around. You could put some more, some greys. Same off here. These should have had some black in. If you'd have done this, what I'm saying to you is, if you'd have drawn this, Mike, and this question, I'm not going to answer it, in the chat. I'm going to give you out. Be honest with us. If you got a canvas board, put it on your easel, and was to draw this using pencil, paint, pastels, would you have drawn it exactly like you've put on this lady? Or what would you have changed? What would you have changed? Because, like I said, some of these flowers could have had some smaller, dark areas. These clocks definitely needed line work straightening up. Line work definitely needs a lot of work on this. Because what would be nice, tell you what, Mike, if you've got, I don't know if you've got time, or if you can do, or if you've got any to hand, at some point, send me some emails of your false skin work, because your false skin work, some of your false skin work is on point, absolutely on point. You know what I mean? Smoke. I like brave girls that make me arm. You always get one in chat, don't you? You always get one in chat. I hope your missus is watching and she's smacked it out back at what we got here, Jack? Yeah, different. Do smaller taps to your depth control. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. For me, you could just take one. Really, what you should be starting with, Mike, is something the size of. You see this flower or this butterfly? That's the size. You shouldn't really be going above that at the minute, and you should be working out from there. When you've done 4, 5, 10 of them size on skin, and start moving out a little bit. But this is what I was actually expecting to see. Because when you zoom out, and we zoom out, shall we say, to about your screen, about there, all this lot in the middle, and like I said, Mike, if you was doing this on a canvas with pastels, with paint, charcoal, or whatever, you're not telling me that you would have left that. You would have left that looking like that. I get that under. I'm pretty good on fake skin, but real skin not so good. Yeah, because and this is what I was saying to you last week, it's psychological. Because Worst case scenario with fake skin, you pick it up, you can throw it away. It's not permanent. It's only permanent as a piece of skin that you can throw away. Um, Now, this is why I was saying to you, you go, you're trying to, you can tell on fake skin. And the only reason I asked you if you got any to hand is to show people, because we can see what you can do, and it's good, but you're not implementing what you're doing on fake skin onto human skin. And this is where it frustrates me. And we've had this message batted back a few messages. This is where it frustrates me that you're so close that a week with somebody basically, your fake skin works there, your art works there, but basically a week and you'll be working on skin no problem. Albeit, like I said, don't get me wrong, you're always going to be around about that size. You're never going to get no bigger than that to start with. So 2, 3 inch, 4 inch at a push, I would say never go above that sort of like size until you're comfy. Because what happens is you lose control, you lose control, you lose control, and then things start to go a little bit wrong. Like these lines are as crisp, or you're not getting your like. I think I've got it on here. Oh, yeah, catch you in a minute, Smoke. Um, are you stretching the skin, getting it tight enough? If you notice on a lot of my um, videos, I don't know about Mad, I don't know about anybody else at tattles in here. I have a tendency to work in smaller areas. I generally work pinch method. I don't know how anybody else works. I work pinch method, so I'll just get a finger, I'll pinch it out, stretch it out with my fingers in best direction, and then I can be like that. So sometimes it can be quite small, the area. Um, if I can get in a bit better, I will do with palm and fingers and try getting a little bit more. The other thing, which actually is not in here, that I think out of the videos that I've already put on, I've had one person come to me um, and say, "Why do you do that with that finger?" And I was like, "What do you mean? Why do I do that with that finger? I don't do that with that finger." He says, "You don't." And I had to go back and watch my own videos. And I went, "Yeah, you're right, I do that." And I went, that's to steady my hand even further. And what that is, I'll do pinch method. And when I've got hold of a machine like that, this finger will come down there onto that finger and that for a ledge. And then I'll bring them all down and I'll bring them all down together to keep it steadier and keep the stretch going that way around. Um, but like I said, this is another thing I was saying to you that you got to work small because, like what's Mad said, yeah, I'm guessing. I'm guessing, Mad, that you're saying you use pinch method. A lot of people do use pinch method. Just all depends on how big your hands and how you want to spread them. But usually use pinch method. You like that, and sort of like maximum. Maybe you only got 3 inch, in between it. You work in that way, then move down. But like I say, a lot of my videos, like I have, but I'm like that. Where I never even realised until this person pointed it out to me, and now it could be a combination. And this, the stretch, the needle, the confidence. You either, like I say, I mean, you pick this area. It's hard to tell if we had some more close-up photos. It would be. I just can't get any closer. I just honestly can't get any closer. I'm full zoom there, but we can definitely see the confidence issues, the hesitance, and everything in this. And as I say, mate, if you've got them confidence and you've got them hesitance um, issue, then you should not be working really anything above, like I say, maximum 4 inch, maximum out and out maximum is 4 inch, and keep it simple so it doesn't run away with you. Don't start putting loads and loads of elements in your tattoos because, as I say, it'll run away with you. If something goes wrong, then you get deflated. You think, shit, I've got another hour of this to go, and I don't want to be doing it now. and then everything goes wrong, everything goes to crap, and everything just goes downhill from there. But what I'm saying is that it's confidence. Everything on here is confidence. There's a little bit on artwork, which, like I say, surprises me. But lining is pretty much jacked, especially around these, mate. We can see on this one here, all I can see anyway, it's pretty much not punched in. This one's blurred, unfortunately, mate, so I can't get out on it. If you have some better photos, they're better to look at. But again, dial it back. I wouldn't really be doing this size. Like I say, butterfly stuff, this sort of stuff, start with. That's how it's got to be done. It's been done like that for years. It's done like that for a reason for years. In your apprenticeship, you will do a rose, you will do a black rose, you will do writing, you will do scripts on people, and then from there you will work it out. Catch you later, Jack. So nobody can understand the difference until you do it. What? The difference between what, mate? Between canvas, painting, drawing, um, to working on what, human skin? Um, I sent this photo for a reason, to get help. Only reason. No, that's no problem. That's no problem. Like I say, I try well. Um, it's, but like I say, you're trying to run before you can walk, mate. That's what I'm trying to say. Work on stuff smaller. You'll be more confident thinking that end of the day, and if you have got some of this size, and it takes you 2 hours to do it, but it's packed well, it's shaded well, the lines are well, and everything. You're going to get more satisfaction out of that than you are out of something like this. And thinking, you think, oh, I'm going to send it to somebody now, or I need to get somebody to look at it. They're going to send it off. But again, way too big for these tattoos are way too big for your confidence level and the your confidence level and the skill level of tattooing that you're at. This is something that you will work into. It's not something you should be doing straight away, buddy. Just 1 minute, guys. Oh. AliExpress just sent me a message saying you're like 42" or something. I don't know what it was, but I want to. The funny part is she wants more. Is it a funny part? You'd either, to be honest, mate, you'd either going. I'll learn quick then. Step your game up. Get them lines down, because lines are the foundation of a tattoo. I've said that so many times. Give myself, Dave. So you've got to be bang on with them. And unfortunately, there's a lot of issues with the line work and confidence work. Like this one, you see, it doesn't really show up on this photo, and people might be on it then going, "Oh, what's he on about? What's he on about? Don't look so bad for me." But like this line here that comes down through there, honestly, it's shaky. This one that comes out back is very shaky. I know with this sort of tattoo, with flowers and everything, you can get away with a little bit shaky, but because they're organic. But you can't on pocket watches. You know what I mean? Whereas with experience and a bit of skill, what you've done is you could have punched black in here and brought it round, and that, and even the distance up between these, some black over here, with some lighter tone through the middle, and really gone to town on it and straightened it up, but you haven't. It's become very tonal as well. Allow, like I said, there's no black on the edges of these pocket watches to make it. When you go there, the only black is on the butterflies, black. And again, this wing on this butterfly here, when I go to this one, this one, I can see that that's not punched in, that's open. Because I can, like I said, I can see where we go around every single hole, and it's not actually pumping body. But it's it's one of them things. This save it. It's savable, doable stuff to it, but you'd have, in my eyes, I would have to go using opaques instead of black and grey shading. That might be another thing, Mike. You know, you're doing might be another thing to think about, because with these, where you're going, I know you're used to working with paints, colours, charcoals, pastels, and everything. I like working with coloured, heavily coloured stuff. I do like work on paper. I like working with graphite. On skin, I like working with colours. Black and grey wash like this can be, might not be a thing. I prefer to use opaques, which is a solid pigment. Then it like tricks my brain, even though it's black and greys, it tricks my brain into think I'm using colour. And basically then what colour is in your ink cap is what colour it's going to heal in the skin, instead of having a load of what we call grey washes, black diluted down with water, where it all looks black in the caps. Whereas this way around, you can see, and it's full pigment. Not really, Andy, because I'm so unhappy with what I did, and I don't want to tattoo anything else. Well, but the thing is, right, let's look at it this way. Is it, from a tattooist point of view, is it good? No, not really. From a learner's point of view, yes, you've got some experience in skin. Is it right? No, we can see your hesitance. Right, but your confidence is going to be with getting more time in skin. When you get more time in skin, is stuff like this going to happen? Yes, unfortunately it is, because of the way a lot of you are having to learn. Unable to get a mentorship, unable to get an apprenticeship and have somebody over your shoulder. Now, this is what I'm saying. This is what happens. But must this lady be happy with it? Yes, she must be happy with it, because she wants you to do more. So, which is lesser of two evils. She obviously knows what you're going to produce, right? You need time and skin. So what you need to do, instead of trying to bust, if she wants something, instead of busting it all down into, is break it down. I know you said there's 5 sessions all over arm or whatever, but I mean, when you say there's 5 sessions all over arm, do you mean top and bottom of the complete arm, Mike? When you had 5 sessions, or are you saying there's 5 on the bottom? Yeah, good question. Man's asking you that, Mike. Could be saved. Not make it. I'll be honest, man. Yes, it could be saved. I'm not saying you're going to make it perfect from this point, but you're definitely going to make it more savable. What would have been nice is, I'll be honest, these, see this, like this butterfly. Look at this butterfly here. For some reason, this one's looking a bit brighter than this one. This one's looking a bit muddy. But what I'm saying is, you see these, you've got these orange tones in down here. Generally, what you'll have is you've got orange tones down through there. This bottom set of wings, I'll put it up here. Generally, this bottom set of wings, you'll have a bit going up there and a bit coming through. This bottom set of wings on butterflies, generally this orange tone from say like about here, this orange tone would generally be further out, coming down to the bottom here, where this orange tone would be nearly to the tip. then I would have taken what I would say is take a darker yellow and gone in here, through there, up and round here. Then I'd have taken some white and added a bit of yellow to it, and maybe just gone out so it's even brighter. But then right at the bottom here, where you were up against the body, I'd have probably added some red into. I'd probably added some red into my orange and just whipped out just a little bit, just to give it that little bit of extra depth. That'll be a difference as well. But you definitely, like I say, you definitely go black in your actual shading of your tattoo. You're scared to use black. Black is your friend when you're tattooing. It makes a difference of setting stuff apart. You need your lighter tones, you need your mid tones, and you must have dark tones. And don't get me wrong, they've got to be in the right places. Um, or if not, and you're not comfortable with black and grey, tell your clients you do colour. Tell your clients you do colour. Boom, boom. What we got? I use the same needle on most stuff. 5 round liner, 7 round shader, 7 curve mag, 10 curve mag. Right, 5 round liner on this. Right, these numbers, these numerals, I would have said 3 round liner for definitely. That's a 3, 5 stuff that. I'd probably use 3 and built up on lines. These lines around here, I would have been using. You could use a 7, you could use a 5. Then in the wind of the pocket watch, I'd have probably with this, yeah, maybe gone with a 7 and sculpted in between. I'd have swapped out in here, maybe gone with a 3, and then I'd have done so where you just put the lines in like that. I'd have done top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, just to give it more curve on that one. So, and then you've got what 7 round shader, 7. See, I don't really use round shaders, but I use a 7 curve mag, 15 curve mag, 25 curve mag. Round shaders, I don't use shaders. I use shaders me for lines, really. Um, yeah, pretty much everything in this tattoo is using black except colour. But yeah, you might use black, but what you should be doing is there's no black in it, as in that should be sort of round here, maybe um, in here, solid blacks whipped out, some in here to give dark tones and shadows up against, a little bit of blacker tone off there, brought out round here. Because at the end of the day, these, I don't know, can't see. Have you sent some more? You see, this hummingbird, I'd probably say stuff you should be working on. It's not going to get out of. It's not going to get out of. What I'm going to say here, is it perfect? No. Is it better than the black and grey work on the other stuff? Yes, we can see. But what I'm going to say to you is, the line's perfect. No, uh, here on the feet, this is for the size of this bird. What I'm going to tell you is you've used wrong size liner, Mike. You used wrong size liner because this is either a 5 or a 7 that you've run around there. And if this meat, hummingbirds are quite delicate. It would have either probably run maybe a 3, 5 max in area. I can see where you've just crossed over on a pick up and put down. I would probably definitely use a 3 through into these. As you've come down there, just whipped it off slightly, just whipped it off, and 100% 3. I mean, this is on the feet too big. But what I'm saying is, this should be the size that you're working on. This little effect that you've got going on, which I wish I could see. Oh yeah, we can see the head. This little effect you've got going on round the eye, round the head. round here and everything with the colour work seems quite nice. Um, and it seems to lend itself to your style a bit better. Hey up, Danny. Glad you could make it. Uh, right. Danny's just chipped in. The problem is, after a while on fake skin, you do get complex pieces and it turns out good. Yes, because what happens is you're on fake skin and you're on hard surface and it becomes just an extension of artwork. All you're doing is using a tattoo machine just to make art on a piece of silicone. There's no stretching involved. There's no having to get out of shape or anything that involved. Uh, so you're just becoming. Um, that's what it's becoming, and you get very good at it. And there's a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of stuff where people have just like continued, just continue to make artwork on fake skin, and they're good at it. They're awesome. But then let's go into the fact of that skin bounces around, skin stretches, people breathe, so it's going up and down, and it's not. You can chew it up. What I always say is, I mean, and I have a series of exercises. In fact, I have a series of exercises. I don't. People that are learning, and what they do is they learn, like you guys have. You learn on a hard surface on fake skin. Before you got fake skin, you will get. I ain't got any. Um, like a roll of tissue, a couch roll, kitchen tissue. You wrap it up. You'll put your fake skin. So it acts like a leg. So you put your fake skin over it, tape it around it. So then you've got to get used to pulling lines or straight lines over curved surfaces like that. Round, getting your hands down on it, holding it, pinching it. When you put on the skin, then it's the fake skin. The fake skin's pushing away from you like real skin. Trying to work on that. And do it that way. But all the time you're only working small. And the other one is the other one is don't tell the wife. Either a piece of foam or a cushion, guys, like that. Make sure it's wrapped up. One of your best cushions are out like that. Bag it or whatever it is. Put your fake skin on it, and it'll then when you go instead of doing it on our surface, when you go then to tattoo it pushes away from you like real skin. That's when you're on human skin. That's what happened. So then, when you like that, I don't know whether you can see when you like that, you've got to get in with your fingers then and really stretch it. So it acts like human skin. So what I say before we're transitioning up, try some of the stuff, all the stuff on there because that's a good one. You see how it just pushes it away like human skin, just like I say, if you're on a thing, if you're on your arm, which is a decent area, but when you put on, it still pushes away from you. Same with ribs, legs, and anything like that. That's a good thing. It's some soft, some foam. Get some foam, probably about 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick, 3/4 of an inch, medium density foam. Some of them, when you put a bit of pressure on it, just pushes away from you. Or couch roll, kitchen roll, should be working around that, and that'll set you up nicely. Get a load of work done on full skin over that. That should set you up nicely for that. But yeah, like I say, Mike, you need to be working smaller. Figure your needles out a little bit because that's get that on. You guys, put that into there. Just work a little bit smaller, work a bit simpler. Don't bite off um, more than you can chew. It's it's easy for tattoos to run away with you when you, especially when you're learning. You might want to do a Mona Lisa, you might want to do a full back piece, but it's easy for them to run away from you, and then you get disheartened. Once you're disheartened, the shit really hits the fan. The shit really does hit the fan, and you just don't want to be there. Well, that's the case. Just get me out of Dodge as quick as you can on that one. Just a quick one. If you're in, I know people have been in and out. There's you can leave a like on the stream, thumbs up. It's entirely up to you. Like I did say at the beginning of it, I am aiming to try and get to my 1,000 subs now. When I do get to 1,000 subs, there is something going off. That's all I will tell you at the minute. But we have something planned. I've just got to get the up to 1,000 subs. I'm sure I'll get there one day. It might be just in time for retirement. What's that? I sent that photo, sure it's not easy. That's why I say it's the hardest thing I've ever tried. Yes, because you're frustrated because you can also go to a canvas and paint whatever the hell you want on a canvas, and it turn out good. Whereas you go across the skin, you think it's going to act the same. It doesn't act the same. Right, that's why I say you should now be practicing. Get some foam. You should now be practicing. You know, on that, so it'll set you up good for skin. Just getting you into that stretching and making sure you do stretch. I can draw or paint anything, but tattooing is a whole different story. Yes, it is. Alex, but you're right, Mike. Totally different. Yes, it is totally different, and it's all about the stretch, and it's about having confidence. Like we've said to you, and like we've said to Mike, your artwork's on par. You're not going to have no problem. It's just getting you set up. When you're that close, you just get you set up. Because we've seen you work on fake skin. If you work on fake skin is 95%, and you can't ask no better than that. That now you need to be working on small stuff on real skin. The problem is you're trying to go too big. Try to go too big, but again, you should be working on stuff for this. No bigger than the mouth of that cup, really. 3-4 inch. You got. I wonder if baby I would remove that cigarette stain off your fingers. Not a chance, Danny. You know something? It actually looks worse on camera than that. Not a chance, mate. I've tried all sorts. Tell you what I do on the hand on it today, actually. I usually just take sandpaper on my fingers. It's terrible. I don't know what it is. Should start wearing gloves, shouldn't I, for the extreme. Definitely start. Yeah, mad. And I mean, everybody that does tattooing, like we all say, I don't know how you'll come up through it, mad. And I don't know how you'll come up through your tattooing career. But unfortunately, you do start small. You start small. Initials, letters, love art, solid love art, rows. But you're only working small. As we say, you're only keeping it small. And unfortunately, with YouTube and other places, shall we say, highlighting tattoo, the problem is people think they can skip these stages and activities that don't get to see or get given when you've got an apprenticeship or a mentorship. You are made to do this. Even if you're not going to do them in your apprenticeship, you're not going to do them in your mentorship or whatever you want to call it, then it's bye, off you go. You don't want to learn tattoo. This is how it's done. It's been done like this for years. It's done like this for a reason, and that's what you've got to do. Hey, Josh, how you doing? This is what must be small. Must start small. Not half sleeves, not half backs. 3-4 inch, both. That is it. That way, then you can keep it under control. You can spend time. You can, if you need to, you can spend 2 hours on a small piece, and your client can go away with a solid small piece. No, I mean, oh, but cool. We had a good time talking. No, I mean, look, even when you come full on tattooing and you're doing it right, nobody's here to beat anybody up over it. I don't know. I'm not that. If we're pointing you some directions to make you better, then best for you is to, because it's your confidence and you can see it. It shows in your line work all over. It's your confidence. You just going way, way, way too big um, to start with. And what I'm trying to tell everybody is, apprenticeships. When you're an apprentice, you're learning and you're transitioning to skin. I mean, some people are only doing stuff this big, inch and a half. But this is it. But for some reason, and I blame the internet, it's everybody thinks that they can tattoo and they're going to put something out this big, a sleeve, a back piece, or everything, and shit, it's the fan. It does shit, it's the fan. Um, when you're learning, and that's all you should be doing is a small bit, because that's how it works. Man, what we got on here? I've just took on an apprentice. I think I did small tattoos for about. I think you just took on an apprentice, yeah. And he says, I think I did small tattoos for about a year, yeah, because that is the only way, man, that you learn about skin without it getting out of control away from you. Is small tattoos, simple tattoos, not too complex. I mean, the amount of bows. This is going to sound the amount of bows, infinity signs. Oh my god, infinity signs that you do on people, or outlined love arts and stuff like that. Oh, I just want a little love art about so big, in red, right? You're doing it, off you go. If you can't do something this big, solid, in red, you're not going to do something this big, solid. So both, there you go. I'm 58 years old, no, give me an apprenticeship. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from because it's like what we were saying earlier on its stream. What they're going to do is they're going to go, oh, it's your best time in you. You're not actually. I'm not actually. Every time I've done it, it's close to retirement. I'm not actually going to get that much back out of him, really. And I do get that. But but again, the frustrating part about it is, 50's the new 40. Um, But what I can see by your fake skin work, you are so close. You just need to transition over to skin, but you've got to get your confidence. But that again, what I would say to you is stop on your fake skins, Mike. Stop tattooing on a hard surface. Go get some kitchen roll, full roll of kitchen roll. Strap it round that so it's on a curved surface and it's squashy. So you know how you've got to plant your hands. You know how you've got to stretch. Get yourself some foam or a small cushion, wrap it up, put it on. So when you're putting it on, you've got to learn how to stretch. You've got to learn how to get them lines in and figure your machine out. I think that's going to do you a world of good. Stop tattooing on a hard surface. If you're still doing fake skins, right? Stop it. Like do everything over some kitchen roll or kitchen towel, or get yourself a square of foam about inch thick or a cushion and put your skin on that and start working on that. Well, you're Mike, doing a tattoo that big only gives you more knowledge, tools for your bag for you. Yeah, it does. You've got to be able to stand back, look at it, and be able to critique your own work. And you've got to be your own worst critique and be able to point it out and say to them, right, I need to do that. This is what I need to do on my next one. You're still good, Mike. Andy's 73. Yeah. Another 2 years to go, Danik, and that's it. Am I allowed to retire then? Am I allowed to retire in 2 years? Anyway, where you been hiding? Uh, don't tell me that YouTube's not been sending you notifications, Danny. That's it. Just bored of us. It just flips us all off, guys. He used to be here every Sunday, did Danny, and that ink chat, and we hadn't seen him around for months and months and months. Just flipped us all off. Must have had something better to do. You see how it goes, can't you? That's it. I've had enough of you guys now. I've been to every tattoo shop around me, and everybody said no. I have no choice. But no, I totally get it. I totally get it. Uh, and that it's one of them things. Age does come in at a factor, mate. And it's not just for tattooing. Let's be right. Age comes in a factor with most jobs. Um, you, go, you go for a lot of jobs, and it's like you start getting into your 50s, and you want to start a new job. They look at you and you think, really? Can I give you that? You're probably looking at a bloody security guard in Walmart or Asda or pushing trolleys around, for somebody. I know somebody's got to do it, but you don't particularly want to do it. But unfortunately, jobs get categorised out into age. Could be handy, big brother. Yeah, I wonder if we could do a thingy, Mike. What do we call it? Apprentice. Do you an apprenticeship via Zoom calling? No, face to face Zoom calling. WhatsApp mobile or whatever it is. Do your apprenticeship like that at long distance. We can sort you out. We can sort you out. But again, like I say, stop tattooing on hard surfaces. Learn to tattoo on fake skin and hard surfaces. Soft surfaces. Inch sticker foam, couch roll, do it over that. And you're trying to pull straight lines over curved surfaces. Trying to pack colour in stuff that don't want to be packed because it's moving away from you. Oh, so send me a way to contact you. It's well, you got my email. You got my email, Mike. Then it'd be just a case. Try sort some out if you wanted a bit of help. I'm sure there will be a way to do it to help you while you're trying it. If not, shall we say, if not, it would be interesting to find out if there is a way we could sort of like set it up that you could see what you were doing while you were doing it. Again, it would involve, I would imagine it would involve some sort of laptop and a webcam, a separate webcam, so you can put it facing the piece that you're doing. But I'm sure that there is a way that it can be done. It just means you just got to get in close enough, the webcam close enough for me to be able to see it being done. But if not, else it would be a learning curve where it could actually be done that way. You go, I'll set up a fake skin and put you over my shoulder. Yeah, like I say, you need some sort of webcam that you could get it really nice and close. Even if it was just for shits and giggles, it'd be a cool way to try find out. And that. Shane, how you doing? Yep, that's my stream. Shit the bed. Oh, no. You could definitely use Zoom or even Discord. Both are available on mobile. I think that would be a great idea. I'll tell you what, I'll be willing to get it go, man. Shane, you know something? Obviously, I know you guys are on a similar time difference anyway, so it probably work out better for me because I'd probably be able to do it from home. You know, sat in conservatory where I am now. Um, it's so I could do it from home, and then you guys, it's probably. I mean, I don't know what time it is for you guys there. I mean, so it's probably only about 5:15, 5:20 in the evening for you guys, but it's 10. It just depends on time because obviously there's a big time difference, 5 hours, um, and that's the other factor. But even for shits and giggles, it'd be worth a go. 5:18 there, smoke. Yeah, well, it's 10:18 here, mate. Um, Josh Willis. Andy, do you still use mass cartridges? It's good. You get them off Amazon. Josh, right? I use Master Pro cartridges. Just add another shipment in for another 400 and odd. I get mine direct from God. Oh, 1 minute, mate. So let me go find one of my videos because it's not under my lives. It's under on my videos. Got any? I think it's any of my videos, mate. Uh, let's open this one. Pause it. Oh, can I screen share you this? Share screen. Show on screen. Show on screen. This one here, obviously, this is my latest one I put up, my Alice in Wonderland one. If you scroll down here, I've got a link to where I purchase, my towels. I get them ship them straight from Dragonaut, mate. And there is a code underneath. You'll save 10%. I don't get a little bit. They give me a little bit for you going through them. Don't get me wrong, I don't get a little bit back off them for going through it, but you'll save 10%, and they ship straight to you. And I ship straight from them, and I'll be honest, I get my cartridges in 5 days. It's only 5 days for me to get them. They're really good. I currently pay what would it work out at? Will it let me open it off this link? Let's find out. Toolkit needles. What are the? I will find out in a minute for you. So at the minute for a box of 20, let's say 7 round liners. A box of 7, 20 for a box of uh, box of 20 7 round liners. It's £12.92. So will that be in dollars? $14, 50, $15, and that's shipped. There's no VAT or anything on top of that. That's shipped direct to you, and that's like I said. If you click that, go under one of my videos, click that there, and use that code in capitals. LSync tattoos. You'll save 10% as well. So it's only what $1.50 off every box. Well, that's it. 10 boxes, you save $15. So it's equivalent to getting one box for nothing. It's just so that's where I get mine from. Never had a problem, and like I say, their shipping is second to none. Honestly, never had a problem at all. Never. Um, shut that. Shut that. Out the stream. Out the stream. Dickhead. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Yeah. So that's where I get them. I don't bother with Amazon because prices are. I just think prices are overinflated. Uh, Getting them here in 5, 6 days, it's um, Organic long. Where's it got? I've lost it now. Basket. Love to have us mentor. That's it. I'm sure we could figure something out. I'm not saying it's going to work perfectly. I'll tell you what, if anything else, it'd be worth a go to see whether it can be done. Isn't mass from Dragonaut? Yes. Um, got it. I am still using your pipe lagging tip for machine grips. They fit my hand perfect and I'm massing in front one. Yes. Yes, Shane. They do. The right size grip for your hand. The right. And you know something? I went for ages thinking that the grip on the machine was what I had to use or was good for me, or I'd wind a load of, I put maybe a paper towel around it and a bit of grip tape. I didn't realise that the size of the grip fitted to your hand properly, and I mean properly, makes a massive difference to your line work and the comfort for pulling lines. And believe it or not, generally, I don't know about you, Shay. I don't know what size pipe lagging you're using or anything. I haven't got any in here, but generally quite a fat. Believe it or not, a fat grip suits people a lot better than what they think. And also because it's foam, it knocks it's a little bit of vibration out of your machine, and it's a lot comfy because you've got, as you go in, if you wanted to squeeze, it's got a little bit of give a squeeze as well instead of a rock hard on machine. Honestly, so fantastic, and it has honestly it does improve your line work. It's it's great. It's a great tip, and it's an inexpensive way. It's a really inexpensive way of getting fat disposable grips as well. Josh, okay, I haven't tried them, but I see you using them. I'm going to get some round liners and mags. Any suggestions? Uh, what I would say, I don't know what sort of stuff you're into tattooing, but a seven round liner is a good all round liner, nine round liner. Um, I don't know where you're at. I mean, five, 5, 7, and 9. Could it be? And then curve mags. I would say go for an. I've got a load. I was using 7 curve mags, and then actually worked it out. They do a 9 curve mag. 9 curve mags actually better. I would say 9 curve mag, and then probably a 15 curve mag will do you. That's all you need for curve mags, and they're in tens. Get your curve mags in tens or 0.30, 0.30 or tens for your curve mags. Um, 9 curve mag, 15 curve mag, that'll do you. And then liners, depending on what you want to go, you could get. I'd definitely say a 7 because that's an all rounder. I mean, you could, depending on what you wanted to do. I mean, you could do an 11, a 7, 3 if you wanted, or a 5. Standards, 12s, 0.35s. Always get your liners. Always get your liners as 7s, and I always get my mags as 10s. For some reason, the mag cartridges sometimes are hard to fit into my machine. I don't know why. Master Pro. I don't know. I don't know what machine you're using for a start, buddy. But I know the Master Pro. I don't have a problem. Uh, what's this? I started late because I had a family. Yeah. Only full, only full time 4 years. Before that, part time tattooing and full time job. I am 54. I learned different things in different shops off different artists over years. Yeah. Well, I'm what, 52. Had a family. I was construction, full time construction. and I was part time. I was part time. You know, it's part time construction, part time tattoo artist for what been that for about 10 years. About 10 years. Yeah, about 10 years. Then wrong side of 40, knackered me back. Went back to work on construction part time. Knackered it again. That was it. I was out for count to the point that it was like I got to even the place that I was before it was part time. Well, like part time, you got your own shop, and I've only literally had my, even though I've been tattooing longer, I've only literally had my own shop, complete own premises. 5 years. I've only had my own premises for 5 years. That's all. Um, and to be honest, don't look back. It's a little bit. I'll be honest with you. I don't know about you a minute. Longest apprenticeship in history. um, I don't know about you, man. Beginning of the year in UK, what tattooing's a bit. It's a bit. It's at beginning of the year from where I walk past it. That's a little bit. Not quite as many coming in. I can just start to see it, just starting to edge up a little and creep up, but it's just taking a little bit longer. Just in UK at the beginning of the year, just to take off again. What we got here? Smoke. I'm at my own grip. With a trigger made out of paper towel and wrap it with grip tape. Yeah, I just pipe lag all the way. 7 round liner, 7 round shader, 7 curve mag, 50 curve mags, 10 gauge. What's that? Hell yeah, thank you, man. I'm going to get an order now. I have a gift card for Amazon, but you're right, it's like $10. But you're right, it's like $10 more. Just went and got the code. Thank you again, no problem. Yeah, I know they're a lot on. They're a lot more expensive on Amazon. You just sellers that are selling the mass pro everything on Amazon. It's like they just want you to bend over, touch your toes while they stick it to you. You can go straight to them and just wait. And they're really quick. You can use the code and save a shitload of money. And let's be like, why not? Why not have it in your own pocket? And that. I mean, I think, am I right? Is it Mad? Is it Mad Tattoo? Would it you that's not long converted over to rotary pen style? You still using traditional coils and traditional late needles? Could be right, could be wrong. I think it was. I'm not right sure. I'm sure it'll let us know. I'm sure it'll let us know in the comments, and be interested to know what machine you're now using and what cartridge you use. What machine you're using and what cartridge you use. Shane, if I didn't use the lagging for grips, I need to use half a roll of kitchen towel and make the grip big enough. Yeah, it's right. You know something as well, Shane. If you didn't use a grip now and you had to put that much, you won't be able to get enough towel around it to make the grip the same. The grip wouldn't feel the same. I've tried it with other stuff. I temporarily run out once. I think thought I got enough grips, but what happened was, for some reason, I either miscalculated or I don't know whether something happened. I got one tattoo to go on the grip for it, and I tried bulking it out somewhere else. Just won't same. The feel and everything just want the same. It was purgatory. It was awful tattoo with it. Mike, you've tried both coil or so you're running a coil, right? So you're running coil machines, Mike. Is that right? Uh, but like I say, the Mad. So yeah, so Mad says yeah, it was him that's just transferred over. I don't know what machine you're using, Mad. What cartridges do you use? Have you tried any of the machines from OG products? No, I haven't. Um, and to be honest, I'll tell you the truth, Shane. I probably wouldn't buy from them because, look, look, guys, if I was to go out and buy a machine off everyone, and a lot of these machines, a lot of them are ranging between, let's say, 300 to 600 pounds, dollars, whatever you want to call it. If I were to go out and buy every machine um, to test it, I was skin to be bankrupt. I honestly would. I'd be bankrupt. I'd be skin. Everything would go on. Everything would go on machines. So the last couple of machines, I said earlier in the stream, the last couple of machines have been Bronc that I've reviewed, and they reached out to me and basically said, "We'll give you the machine. You're free to use it. You're free to keep the machine. Use it. Just give a review on it." It didn't have to be. It was my review, free to give a review of my 100% thoughts. I was never swayed in any way to say that we'll send you, but it's got to be a good review. In no way made did they ever do that. Um, and that's the only reason. Because at this minute in time, I am still using, and I've just I let out a video not so long ago, and it's actually 1 year on of using my Ambition Talk. And I've given another review for 1 year on using my Ambition Talks. My thoughts, have I had any problems or anything like that? It's all in that. I still use it to this day. It works absolutely flawless. Coupled up with them batteries, it's so simple, so easy to use. It does what it says on the tin effortlessly, and I can just use it with my eyes shut. I know exactly what it's doing now, from shading to packing to lining, small liners, big liners, big mags, small mags. It makes my job easy. It makes my job easy. What we got in a year? Yeah, and they got my hand blasted about 2 months ago. I'm pretty happy with it. Came out. But would you mind giving a critique? I'd like to see what you guys think as well. Bradley, what I will do then, where is it? I will quickly, if you want to send a picture in of it, because I am going to run for about another 10 minutes and then I've hit the 2 hour mark, guys. We're also emails at top, quick email. You want to send it in, I will take a look at it. If not, I will hold it over to next Sunday and we'll have a look at it next Sunday because I will be back next Sunday. Um, so what we've got on here. So Max using CNC Wii Plus. Max says, I just had a tattoo in, let's go. Oh, right. Mad's got, I use the Ambition Top for colour and packing and some lining 4mm. Evo 7.3mm for soft shading line. Lines, coil still. True Gent cartridges. Right. So you're liking the 4mm in your Ambition Top. 4.5. I have 4.5 fitted into mine. I'll be honest with you, man. I do absolutely everything. All my soft shading, all my colour packing, all my lining and everything. And I just endure, all I do is just slightly adjust my needle throw and my hand pressure. That's all I do. I think Mike's tattooing as the show's going, and then submitting them. Lol. Yeah, I think he must be. I think he must be. But, oh, think he must be sending them in. Must be rocketing them out and then sending them in. What we got on here? What we got here, Shane? I'm still using my torch for all my line work with either the 4.5 or the 5mm. I've recently got an OG Terminator with the adjustable stroke, standard rotary for shading and packing. Fine, fair enough. Like I say, it is nice. I've always said it's nice to be have the. It's a good idea having the adjustable stroke machines. I just think they hit on the slightly softer side, the harder side. And again, what I'll just go over what I said last week. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, tool companies have got this shit figured out. Milwaukee, Ryobi, Makita, DeWalt. They've got it all figured out. Look, let's make one battery. One battery fits all. So whatever machine you buy what battery, then you become brand loyal because you like having them batteries, getting them batteries, and using it. And you think you can have 10 machines and 5 batteries, and you can still use them all. So go on, tattoo companies, tattoo machine companies. Why haven't you cottoned on? If you want us to be brand loyal, why don't you make a series of machines that all use the same battery that's interchangeable? Then we'll become brand loyal because then we've got give us the opportunity to buy, like they do, buy bare bones machines. You don't have to buy it with a battery. So instead of it being $450 for a machine, you can buy it bare bones for $250, and you know that you've got 5 batteries sat behind you. That'll do for me because it works. Tool companies have had it figured out for years. Yeah, tattoo machine companies, just cannot work it out. Just cannot figure this shit out. Honestly, can't. And to me, it doesn't seem like rocket science. It doesn't seem like rocket science. It just seems like doing good homework. That it works for all them. So why won't it work for a tattoo machine company? I just can't believe. Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's trying. Also, you can keep doing my trying, but I don't. You know, something. I don't like the thought. I don't like the thought, Mike. Trying to give it a go, whether it works or not. It's trying to give it a go of, shall we say, apprenticeship or mentorship via Zoom or some sort of software. You know, where we can get in, talk to each other. You can see what you're doing and help you out as you're doing it. I do even like the idea of. I do like the idea to try to give it a go. We got. So I want everyone to send something in, good, bad, and the ugly. Just saying it keeps the channel going. It does. It does, mate. Unfortunately, for some reason, and I know we're off for a couple of months, and I'm sorry, guys, I was off. I was so busy. I was so busy with work, so busy with family life that let it go. But I want to try and get back on it now, as it says. I need to try and get channel to 1,000 subs. I have got some planned for when we do it, 1,000 subs going forward. I also need to get something like another 120 hours of watch time in, just to watch the stuff on YouTube for you guys. So try to go for that, get it moving along. I do appreciate you guys because there's only me and myself at this end, and all I'm talking to is a camera. You guys are at your end, and it's okay. All right, you're looking at the screen, you're looking at me, rabbiting at you, but sometimes it's a lot harder to think of stuff to talk to, constantly talk to. But you guys, that's why the chat is great. You send stuff in, we can sit, we can look at it. The chat. Chat keeps you going, you know, feeds you with stuff. That's why it's good having a few people in. But unfortunately, like I say, YouTube seems to have fallen out of me because the numbers, shall we say the numbers, call it the numbers, the viewing figures, whether tattooing's falling off, and people are wanting to know about it, and they just rather watch people gaming, playing Call of Duty or whatever. I don't know. But hey, I'm still here. It is what it is. It is what it is. I just can't go a club. Um, uh, they don't want us to do that as it can make more money. I always buy not take specific batteries. Yeah, I get that point. But if they wanted to make it, but to me, then if they did it, make your brand loyal. You could get machines. Batteries don't last forever, like they do when you're working with hand tools, DIY tools, and that. Batteries don't last forever, so you would go back at them for batteries, or even down to the point, like these tool companies do. They'll start out. Let's say they'll start out with a 1.8 amp hour battery, but then if you want, you can buy slightly bigger and bigger and bigger batteries that will last you longer. So if you're doing bigger pieces and longer pieces, and you want it to last all day, you might end up buying a 2.4 amp hour battery or a 3. Do you understand what I mean? They've still got all them options to go with. Then they've got all the extras. If you're running, like, just take for instance, like the Torped has an Ambition do. Now, if you go on their website, they now sell the cams. So if you've got specific machines, they now sell the cams. They're not particularly cheap. I think they're $15 each. But let's say you've got a Torped, and like me, I'm used to a 4.5 millimeter cam, and something happens to that cam, but my machine's okay. I'm going to go on our Ambition. I'm going to pay that $15. I'm going to pay the $15 for a 4.5 millimeter cam shipped to me. Because yes, it's expensive for the cam, but it's still cheaper than the machine. Or my batteries are okay. I'll just go buy another machine. That's all I'm saying. The tool companies have it figured out. I just can never work out what it is. I don't know what you're getting. Is it on IG already? On an Instagram already, Smoke? I've lost you. I've lost you. Oh no, I've missed half a thing. He's put up there. Sorry, I'll send in my ugly stuff pronto. Lol. And then he's put Smoke's put it's on IG already. Right, I've got you, Smoke. Sorry, I'm half a mile behind. Uh, wasn't it fun? I put myself out there. I can take it. And it gives. Yeah, I mean, don't take it to heart. We've all been there, Mike. It's all part of learning. Taking it's like I tell anybody else. If you get everything right all of the time, you don't actually then know when you're doing something wrong. And also, then when you do get pulled up for doing something wrong, you beat yourself up even more over it because you're not used to getting it wrong. Then it starts messing with your head. So, in order to learn and to learn properly, you've got to do things wrong. You can't be right all the time. You've got to do things wrong, and that makes better. That makes for a lot better learning process. Um, quickly, so window screen on. Oh, no, that one. Shit. Doom, doom, doom. Let's show on screen. We've got Bradley. Bradley Pritchard, no subject. Right, Bradley he's had his hand banger done. He hasn't used any feedback behind it, whether he's been to a shop, studio, or anything, whether he's done it himself, or he hasn't used anything. He just has to take a look at it and give advice. So I'm going to put it up on screen. You guys that are left in, there's 10 of you, jump in the chat. I want the advice from you before I say out. You can put your advice into him and see what you think about it. We don't even know what he's had or anything. There's 10 of you watching now. Jump in the chat. Give the stream a like. If you can't get in the chat and it's saying you can't, all you've got to do is just press subscribe to the channel. Jump in the chat. Give some advice. Everybody that's in here is good. They're not going to bite your head off. They're not going to be an ass wipe. Jump in, have a laugh, say hi. It's all friend enough. Break the ice. Unfortunately, you've got to jump in the chat and say hello. We can't break the ice backwards to you and say hello because we don't know who you are. Jump in the chat. But just press the subscribe button and it lets you in that chat. So, Bradley, let's have a look. Ooh. Oh, I kind of tattoo. Right, let's start with this bit. I'm assuming you've had all of it done, Bradley. I'm assuming you've had all of it done. Come on, guys. Let's get him Mark off there. Let's see the comments. Let's see the comments on Bradley's hand. So while you're looking at Bradley's hand, I'm just going to go down the comments, and you can add some more comments in. What we got? You need to make mistakes in order to learn. Each mistake is just another step closer to success. Bang on, 100% right. You've got to make them to move forward. Mike, that's why we're here. Yep. Bradley's got one pick was fresh, the other one is 2 months healed. Got it done by another artist. Well, if I'd have read all, if I'd have read them all, I would have noticed. I just remember saying, look at this again. So I put, thanks, Bradley. Matt put cool, not bad, looking good, looking good. Yep, my kind of tattoo. By another artist, you can tell straight away as soon as it come up. Look at the line work, and again, when I look at the line work, Mark, look at the line work. As you can see, you can tell it's done by artists. There's no hesitance, and that all crisp, all one. Confidence, mate. Confidence. These colours punched in. He's got the black punched in. He's got the greens punched in. These fingers. These fingers put in as well as they can be for fingers. What I will say with fingers, and tell all my clients, is so much stuff. As long as it's simple enough, bold enough, I will do them. A lot of tattoo artists want tattoo fingers enough, but something like this I would do because it's bold. Obviously, a bit of a wave, bit of a rose, bit of a snake. They're quite simple, quite open, quite bulletproof. So this is a picture of the tattoo that Bradley's had done on the back of his hand, and I'm putting it up there. I'm wanting you guys to chip in. Yeah, pretty solid. Yeah, he definitely has confidence. He's got black. You can see what I'm saying about using black mic, and it's punched in. It's punched in here. These lines actually could be run with a 5-round liner over these fingers here, and it can be a small one, but it can still be a small liner on the fingers, but they'll look massive fingers at massive. Yeah, it is. It's a cool, and stuff like this works great for hands because, and don't get me wrong, I think it's great tattoo. It's bulletproof. It's done exceptionally well, and it's done right in my eyes. In my eyes, for a hand tattoo, it is bold. It is simple, and when I say simple, it's not overly detailed. Solid black, solid colour, solid lines. There's not loads and loads of fine, shitty little details because you have a high turnover of skin on your hands. They take a lot of hammer, and this is how it should be done. Same with fingers, bold, simple. This is how it should be done, clean. Next one. Yep, I would pretty much expect it. You say this is 2 months in, mate. Obviously, the light's a little bit different. And what you can see at a first instance, I will show you. I know the light's different. Oh. And I know the light's different, but I'll show you. Take stock of this green. Not so much the black and the black, the red and the green, the colours on this. I know the light's different. This little bit here, which I would, little bits have faded out. Tiny little bit, only tiny little bits. You can't help it. I'm sorry, but you can't help it. For the best will in the world, you cannot stop using your hands while they're healing. E.g., washing them, cleaning them, using them, turning over the skin. This is going to happen. This is why I said a hand tattoo should be bold, simple, striking, really well packed. That way, then it's got a better chance of surviving. This has survived really well. Even though there is, and I mean, I've got on the back of my hand, and if you take a close up of that, you'll see where there's bits just like this, to where it might be just a little bit lighter, just a little bit lighter here. This green maybe just a little bit lighter, not quite as saturated as what it was. A bit of black. This little red, not quite. This maybe just a little bit come out. But that's natural for a hand tattoo because of you washing them and you working. We go down to fingers. This green on this snake is a little bit more washed out than what it is on that one. It's natural. This is what you try to tell people when they're having the hands and the fingers done. This is what happens. But take everything aside from that. When you look at it, I've done it again. When you look at it, you can still tell from that picture to that picture, you can tell exactly what it is. It looks every bit. You have it down natural here. That little bit, that little bit, that little bit, a little bit depigmented through here. Same there, same there. That is 100% natural for fingers. Black outline, a little bit missing there, a little bit missing there. The tattoo's not bad. This is what happens when fingers are healing. This is totally fucking natural. And anybody that tells you it ain't, fuck off. It is. You can eat shit because this is what happens with fingers and hands because you can't stop using them. Just go tell them to go bollocks because this is what happens. But it still looks as cool as shit. Bradley, it looks sound, mate. I like it. Good choice of design, and everything. Well executed by your artist. How it should be done. Bold, striking, simple, but straight to the point. You know what I mean? Straight to the point. It bang on. Max, but you have to let it heal to find your touch up. Yeah, you do. Most hand tattoos, most finger tattoos are going to do this. Are going to do it because you can't get away. What are you going to do? Not wash yourself, not wash your hands while it heals, not go out and do anything. You know, you've just got a high turnover of skin. I did see where some of it came out. Also, I also work at the post office on because it was my hands. So yeah, he's expecting. There's nothing wrong with it, Bradley. There's nothing wrong with it. It is how I, even as an artist, if I'd done one, I would class this. If I did this tattoo on somebody and they went away and it healed like this, I would more than likely class it for a hand tattoo or finger tattoos as a good heal. I've had people go away with stuff like this in the fucking rectum, mate. You know, simple things like they'll go get a bath, they'll go fucking swimming. It's not even healed, but they'll go swimming. They're constantly in water. You've just opened it up and out it comes again. It's like boom. Honestly, I did one on. I did an hand tattoo for a kid, and I did it when I finished. And that he says, "How am I going to go on at work?" So, what do you mean? He says, "I'm a plasterer." He says, "I've got my hand in a bucket of water all day." I says, "Well, you're going to try do some work with a rubber glove on or something to give it a chance. Otherwise, it just did." Well, again, thanks, Andy, and thanks for the time for critique. No, there's no wrong with it, mate. There's not wrong with it. I like it. I wash my 80 times a day since COVID. So I'm wrecked in a month. Look, yeah, it would though. You'd be lucky if 2 weeks, if you're washing your hands that many times, 2 weeks, it'd be gone. It would be gone. So, like I said, don't let anybody tell you any. Bradley, don't let anybody tell you any otherwise. This is what hand tattoos do. That's a realistic, expected heel on a hand tattoo, and it's a good heel. It's a good heel because the choice of tattoo for the hand was correct, and obviously you've chose it. You've got some savvy, and you've thought about what you're going to have on your hand. E.g., well, there's no point having a fancy fucking mandala with a load of little dots on it because there's only tiny little pigments of ink. It's not going to take much for them little bits of ink. Each tiny little morsel of ink to come out of my hand and it look completely screwed. Whereas you've gone big, bold, brass, bold. That's the way to do it. The more ink you can get in bigger concentrated areas, the better it's going to look all day long. There's an old adage, and the old adage, you all heard them, and it still stands to this day. And that is how it bold will hold. Bold lines, bold colour, striking. You go back, let's go back 50 years. Tattooing would about, and it would flash up on walls and stuff, and it were all bold lines, bright colours. There were none of this micro realism tattooing, one needle list, micro 3 needles, that super faint grey wash. I mean, this stuff ain't really tried and tested yet. What's that going to be like in 20 years? Not really going to be there, I would imagine. Whereas back in the day, bold will hold, bright colours, blacks, bold lines, and everything. Even if the colours and the colour pigments weren't as good as what they are now, but even if the colour pigment had gone, the bold lines were still there. You could still see what they're tattooing. I had a girl in shop. She come in, tattooed her, and she says to me, "Any chance that you can do? I've got a tattoo on my leg. Any chance that you can touch it up and go with it?" And she pulled the leg up, and she had a really, really nice grey, black and grey. Well, I won't even call it black and grey, grey. Heath Ledger, is it Joker tattoo on a leg, full body, probably about so big, full body. Really, really faded, really faded. It was really light. And I says to her, "Well, not really, because I don't know. I'd have to go through it all, because I don't know what inks, grey washes, or anything." And I start putting in, it's going to go red. I says, "You better not go back to the original artist, letting them touch it up." So I says to her, "If you don't mind me asking how old this is, the tattoo was only 18 months old, and she'd already had it touched up once. She already had it touched up once, and it was only 18 months old, and it was faded as fast as fuck." So it just shows you. That is the way to do it. That is the way to do it. Anyway, that's enough of me spouting my freaking mouth off. What we got down here? Cocoa butter, only when it got a little bit drier than that, healed. Old school, no Saniderm, anything like that. Cocoa butter's brilliant. Honestly, it's really good stuff, is that cocoa butter. I love you. I just go by, for my tattooing process now, I have two things. You know, if I'm tattooing people, while I'm tattooing, I have two things. I have Vaseline, petroleum jelly, and the other one is I have Parma's cocoa butter. The majority of the time, I find myself using Parma's cocoa butter because it breaks down and everything, and it's 100% natural, and it goes in easier. It don't seem to clog your needles as much, and it just smells like you sat there tattooing a bar of chocolate, so it's cush. And I have the Vaseline because I ask every one of my clients to make sure that they're not allergic to anything. They're not allergic. They don't have a nut allergy or anything. Last thing I want to do is kick anything off like that. All right, everyone, send something in next week, please. I have to go tonight. I'll have a nice day. Mike, thank you for being here. Thank you for sending stuff in. Chin up, mate. And we'll get you there. We'll get you there, buddy. Yeah. Have a good night. Yeah, like I said, got anything else? I'm into the last minute of the stream. I've flopped my lips and talked shit for way over 2 hours now. And it's all right for you guys. It's all right for you guys. You guys have just been able to go out and smoke or anything, so I'll be going out and getting one in a minute. But like I said, hopefully I'll be back here next Sunday. I've got some more videos coming out this week. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I think I've got something like, I need to get something like another 120 hours of watch time, and so go back and watch my videos all over again, not my live, my videos. That helped me out that way. But then when we get to 1,000 subscribers, we are going to do something. But again, other than that, just give the stream a like. I appreciate you guys here. I'm sorry that YouTube doesn't seem to be sending you notifications out as well as what they used to do. It's nice seeing some extra faces that we've not seen for a while in here, and we've got a few more people in. Totally appreciate you being here. And again, when we're on next Sunday, anything flies. You want to send something in, send it in. You've got a question to ask, ask it. I can't answer it. Somebody else might be able to help you answer it. Just remember, I'm only a Joe Schmo, just an everyday tattoo artist, nothing special, nothing clever, nothing great. Just willing to sit here, try and help you where I can help you, give up a bit of my time, and hopefully just help you out. So with that, I am going to say thank you all again for being here. Um, as I say, and we'll see you all next week. Mad, see you. Hopefully, see you next week. Bradley, what we got here? See, yeah, I'll stay on top of it now that I know you're back in. They have a great night. Yeah, like I say, feedback, all been well. This is said to be back next Sunday. Like I said, just YouTube, but it's because I screwed up for 2 months or whatever. I just had stuff to do on YouTube, and I don't know whether it's just spat Dodie out and basically says, no, we're not sending them out for you anymore until you get back on top. I don't know. Danik, take care, brother. Catch you later, mate. Don't know, but I'm going to try and get back on top. So, yeah. So, with that, guys, have a great one. Take care. See you next Sunday. And all being well, we should have another stream next Sunday live. Get a few more things in, get a bit more going. But with that, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.